And welcome back. Okay, so we are in the desert. We are hunting some ancient dead that roam around here, causing problems. But first, let's do a few things here. So I have some unspent perk points, and I will spend some of them. So Bartholomew's here, for example. I will go ahead and take Perfect Fit. And then I will take Fast Adaptation because of this kind of low melee skill. This guy is a little bit awkward, having no stars there, but I suppose that's what I want to be trying to do, dealing some damage. Kind of. He's also lumbering, so that helps with that. Does have the 3 stars in melee defense, but I don't think this guy would make a good tanky type. Anyways, so let's go with these. We can patch up this melee skill later. Still have 2 perk points. Let's go ahead and take one of these. I'll take Tactical Maneuvers first. And after that we'll take Lithe. There we go, and then we need to adjust the armor to actually benefit from Perfect Fit as well as Lithe. So let's see here. So this is way too heavy, this is fine. So take that off and maybe do something like this. Yes, that seems to be fine. Fine for now. And then I have decided to give Wifted Brawny. Now he does already have a lot of fatigue, but more doesn't hurt, especially when I'm kind of planning on getting perfect focus eventually from a book for him. And this will also help with the athlete. So there you go, 123 fatigue after gear. That's pretty nice. So can keep on inspiring, can keep on rallying, can keep on footworking and rotating. But yes, ideally gets perfect focus to be able to do more. Anyways, I do also have 2 perk points for round. I have decided for now to wait for a cleaver book, since I am using this cleaver. And it does work kind of well with him. So instead of spending these 2 points, for now at least I will hold on to them. I might change my mind later though, you never know. Okay, and I've also adjusted some gear around, as well as done some perk planning. Kettle will, I think, be a browbeater now. And we'll see about shields. I might skip the shields. We did find this Savage Club, and I want someone to use it, and at the moment he makes the most sense to me. Again, the melee skill is kind of low, but we'll get help from this. Anyways, let's find these ancient dead. There you are. We do have a champion. A few embalmed soldiers, many embalmed nobles, and an embalmed priest. Alright, I suppose we'll just go for it. So yes, this will be tough. Probably. We'll see. Here is the champion. Harva has a Buried Bloodthirster. Alright. Royal Lance. Okay, that's a new one. I suppose it's like an upgraded ancient bladed pike. Anywho, we will once again start with waiting. Alright, and then we decide in a moment whether we engage already or do I back off. They do have plenty of reach weapons, as well as weapons capable of splitting. That is kind of scary. We do have this high ground here that I could make use of. think I'll just start straight away. We'll see how it goes. So you will just rotate someone, I guess. Probably Sancho. They do have Steel Brow, but I can staff daze them for daze and stagger. '95's all around. Let's go for this one. Right, Baldwin cannot attack, but let's get in position. They have around 30 to 40 initiative, it seems. Okay, let's just choose a target here. So that is a noble. The priest is over there still, for some reason. Will be joining the fight eventually. Alright, and it is time for some nets. Whoops. Need to right click instead of left click. Okay, and we can get in position to reap. Let's see. 62. Don't have the nets yet. Oh well. So what I could do instead of using perfect focus, I could use it next round instead. I will do that. I'll have some nets by then. And Ludwig, you take the high ground here. However, I cannot attack if I do that. Let's move like there. They are tough enough. I would expect someone to die here, but we'll see. Okay, Inspire time. Maybe Luthardis, maybe Ludwig, maybe Baldwin, maybe Ranch. Let's do Rand this time. Right, and Kettle. Just engage here, I suppose. Probably no use trying to attack at the moment. I don't have the mace perks yet, but we'll see. So 33 only. I guess I'll just shield wall, probably. He does have more initiative though, so I guess I either attack or don't do anything. Shield walling now is a waste. The priest does have more initiative. Well, sure, I will attack. And get kind of a lucky hit in. Anyways, let's use nets. One on you. One on you. And one on you. In a fight like this, would be nice to have even a third net master. With packs and belts. Anyways. So, yeah, I can probably deal with these two pretty quickly. How about Harva? Also, it seems there's a bug. Visual bug. It's the display here is indicating that Harva here has no head armor, but he does. That's weird. Same with this one. And same with this one. Anyways. So, I guess I'll go for the staff days on this one, which isn't even netted, but we do have fast adaptation as well as feint, so eventually it will land. Not yet though. Anyways, he's building up fast adaptation, and I guess also going to absorb some blows, hopefully, instead of someone more important like Luthardis. It's a new way to pronounce that name. Luthardis. Anyways. Rikara, just go for it. Yeah, this is going to be tough. There's no way around that, I don't think. Let's see if Swanhilder can do anything. We do have point blank. Need to get closer. Guess over here, maybe? Oh, you are still yet to act. maybe moves like there. Well, since we do have point blank, I can throw in melee. 19 melee defense though, so not ideal. So I can go here. That's not quite good though. I would like to throw at the ones who are trapped in a net. Guess I'll just accept it, that he might be getting hit. Okay, let's target like this one, probably. Right, good. And Rodelinda here needs to try to do something as well. Just, like, move there. Does have Berserk already. 67 melee skill, though. Well, in any case, I guess we need every single one of you to contribute, so get close. Right, and Herbert is using the pole flail instead of the spear, because I can't really risk him too much in the front lines. Suppose move like there. Could also just rotate Gizelmar. That might be better than attacking, actually. I think it is. So I get an attack in with him instead, and then you take the high ground, I suppose. Right. Target, this one, I guess. Okay. And Alretieren, I suppose, acts as a tank here, instead of rotating someone. So here or here, which one? Does it matter? Maybe it doesn't matter all that much. Maybe there though, since Sancho the Stick is over here as well. It's looking like I can't deal with Harva before he can start attacking us, sadly. So maybe actually here to block him. Yeah, sure. Let's do it like that. 23 initiative. I guess I perhaps shield wall already in that case. Let us do so. 95 melee defense. We'll see if that is enough. And yes, you ended up there. They are quite tough. Especially when you miss these 95 split man attacks. That sucks. That really sucks. Anyways, at least it is an exciting battle. Here comes the priest. Okay, time to shield wall and probably don't do anything else. Just keep your fatigue up. 80 melee defense. Since attacking is so unlikely to actually even land, and the damage is kind of poor. Anyway, speaking of damage... There we are. Okay, and now... Curse of the Mummy times 2, so... Receive plus 50 damage from any source. Enemies are more likely to target this character, so need to be careful. Right, pole armors are doing work. So I can still inspire round, I suppose. Once. Is there a better inspire target though? Maybe Giselmar. Maybe Ludwig. Maybe Rikara actually. Need to deal with this quickly. Yeah, let's do actually Rikara. 62. Someone is going to die, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, I will wait before I use this net, I think. I'll also just move in position to pick up more from the ground. I will likely do that. Still have 2 nets here. I will wait for them to act. Okay, let's go for the staff days on Harwa. We do get it. I'll choose another target later on. 12% lands there. Rodelinda gets a kill. Might also be that I overestimated them, but we'll see. Okay, you wait. Probably just attack here. Is there a rotation that I could do which is beneficial? Kind of, but probably just attack. What is your melee skill? 72. After confidence. Lands a 32. You wait for a net on the noble, I suppose. Ouch. Well, I do have 9 lives as well. Might actually activate in this battle, we'll see. Okay. Herbert gets a kill. I'll wait and see if I can provide a net somewhere. Can I rotate around with someone? Not conveniently, it seems. So maybe just move like here. Go for Harwa. Then again, if I do that, he has an easier target to hit. So let's wait or move somewhere else, actually. Maybe like here. That's fine. Wait for a possible net, though. Okay, just do that. Don't use this. End turn. Alright. A net. This one. And then probably instead of throwing things, I should go pick up a net if one is on the ground. But it seems I have moved on top of the one that was on the ground. And also one is over there, so never mind, we will be attacking. I don't think this net plus throwing weapon build is really working. I can't do everything. So yeah, and it also takes a lot of perk points to try to make it work. This sling plus net is far more convenient because you don't need to equip new slings all the time. Not that Harold here has been really doing much slinging so far, but he will eventually. In any case, let's use some nets. So this flank is a bit dangerous, but I'll still not use a net there. Let's instead use one on one of these. Doesn't really matter which one. Okay, 25, 42 and 25, huh? Fast adaptation, okay. So this one will likely die pretty soon. Let's go for this noble. Alright, well, so far so good. Going better than I expected. Mayhaps I underestimated the company. Mayhaps I did. Alright, if I move, I'm in pike range, but I guess that doesn't necessarily matter. Being lithe and all, and having full armor. Could also just shoot this one, though. Maybe that's better. Okay, yeah, it's looking more and more like Swanhilder does need to be rescued from there. Who's going to do it? We'll see. Maybe Herbert. Anyways, new inspired target. I guess now it's Ranch. Can I push you? Yes, it seems. 95 it says. Can that be true? Why is it 95? You don't have shield perks. Well, I guess I won't complain. Is it because of the underdog? Yes, an additional plus 20% chance to hit. Anyways, that kind of solves my problem. So do it. And then you are out of fatigue. One more down. Taking some damage, but we're still okay. Okay, maybe just wait for an opportunity to go pick up a net. Use this perhaps. And then reap, and then we can perfect... Well, no reaping from this position. Also, I should use an attack first before I use this. Getting to where Sancho is currently would be helpful. I can't currently do it though. Well, I can actually. Or I could have if Alretjärn had enough fatigue for 2 rotations. In any case, I don't think it matters all that much. So I'll just attack and then use second wind. And then we can do perfect focus next round. Breaks free just in time. Save the kill for Baldwin. Ideally. Yeah, not terribly impressed by throwing so far. Just keep doing the shield wall, I guess. Well, yeah, I get second wind to get there, though. I could do that. Since rotating is 2 AP and 10 fatigue. Yeah, I guess I will do it, just for the reaping possibilities. Doesn't really matter in which order I do this. I guess this is slightly better though. Do the rotation first, then second wind, then rotate again. Like so. And also, yes, the free shield wall. I kind of forgot about that. Also, someone, it seems, has pushed Herbert down from the high ground. Sure, I guess. Why not? We can take it again. Okay, and instead of getting the kill here on Harba, I will do something else. Like that. Alright, so moving here is a bit dangerous, also fatigue intensive, it seems. Guess I'll just sling in that case. He tried. Alright. And then I can use Alretjärn to rotate Baldwin to attack again. There we go. Alright, seems 0 casualties, so I did definitely overestimate them, or underestimated us. Anyways, let's inspire someone. I guess I'll do Ludwig now. So maybe Rikhara would have been a better target. How about moving here? I'll wait for this to act. Well, this one to act before I decide. Could pick up a net now. Let's get closer at least. Maybe not pick it up though. Not yet. Getting a bit lucky in this fight, but that's a thing I shouldn't complain about. Alright, ultimately this was actually pretty easy. Did I spoke too soon? Rikhara's in trouble. Well, I can probably do something about that. Maybe like Herbert rotates her out of there. Yeah, that's a bit worrisome. I'll do a knockback again. Maybe rotate after this one has acted. Nah, let's do it now. Rotate twice from this direction. And you can step out of the fight now. Ouch. Crippling strikes. All right. Four left. Two left. Even if I don't get to spend these, I can save them with Patient Hunter. So this is a bit actually bad. Might actually lose Kettle with bad luck. Well, it's not entirely bad luck, it's just... Anyways, it seems we're fine. That does appear to be the case. Alright, I can still use a net. So let's see. Maybe from you, actually. Sure, do it. Okay, one more. And also I can rotate here, so we are completely fine. Not that that was necessary. There we go. Get some nice XP out of that. Okay, so this cleaver is very underwhelming. Enhanced shield damage as well as less fatigue. Also, actually, let's take a look at these. Royal Lance, 65 to 85. Anywho, that is done. Did take some injuries, but no one died, which is far better than I expected. Good brand, level 9. Takes mind over body at this point. We'll see about the weapon spec later. I'm leaning towards axes actually, because I would like to have at least one axe specialist to handle scrots. Herbert, level 13 and no perk point. I will probably take Resolve, because I might get Mind over Body at some point. It also take like hit points, or even fatigue. Astrid, level 13. And Rodelinda, level 7. I'll take this +3 melee defense, even though I have already marked Rodelinda here as a backliner. And now let's take +4 hit points to get to 100. And then let's take Battleforged. So I definitely could take Nimble as well. But I'll take the Battleforged. There you are. Let's head on back. This done. Alright, so selling price should be pretty decent now. It is over 30. 37. That is excellent. Let's offload. I'll get rid of these snake parts. I don't care about them. Though it is possible that they have added some actually useful recipes for snake parts. Don't think I'll use an ancient Saturn Tower Shield. Does have uses though. Fatigue penalty is intensive though. I'll just sell it. So these, I could have repaired them as well. Actually, what I'll do probably is camp here for a bit, repair things, and then sell the repaired stuff for a better price. Sell one of these winged maces. I will sell the Quattle Dagger. I might use a famed one at some point, but not an unfamed one. Don't need this many Barboot helmets. I'll sell 2 of them, I think. Alright, I'll keep some nimble armors at least, but probably sell some heavier stuff. A few of them. That can go. That can go. Those can definitely go. I'll probably keep the rest, unless... No, not this one. I'll sell that one. Alright, sell that. I guess I'll keep the Goblin Poison, though I don't know if I'll use it ever. Okay, there we go. Over 30,000 again. Like I said, let's camp here for a bit. Desert Raiders, I might do that after I've sold, maybe. But... I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. Alright, so who's actually completed? I think we have like 2 people who have completed training. Let's see. Linda has... Anyways, we need to assign someone to heal. I guess it doesn't matter that much who it is, but let's choose someone that I care a little bit less about completing training. Right, and repairs. Actually, probably won't be using that cleaver, so I'll just sell it. Like, very soon, immediately, basically. Okay, I guess I'll still assign someone here. And let's camp. Okay, a very easy group of nomads. I think I'll just leave them be. But let us break camp now. And sell things. Oh, these aren't repaired. I will sell the Shamshir as well. Don't need it. Also don't need this heavy crossbow. Nor those. And I'll sell one of these. And I will also sell the legendary location map. I can find those on my own. Thank you. Alright. Could still wait for these to be repaired. Doesn't really matter that much though. Okay, so the question is, do I do this? The problem with doing it is that it does get rid of our good prices here. Southwest, huh? That means going all the way around there. I think I'll pass on that and instead scout this area. And then we might head back here to sell. Still doing okay with food and other things, though they are running like a tad low, I should say. Also, we have a level up for Bartholomeus. Yeah, I will take this +2. And then either resolve or hit points. I will take the resolve this time. And now I will just take freedom of movement to help with the rotation footwork shenanigans. Okay. So shouldn't buy anything from this location. What I could also do is just sail back to Sandberg. And then, like, take the road. But I'm still okay with the resources. I can also salvage things I find. Ammunition will run low, though. Also, I need to remember to re-equip the nets. Yeah, I've said it multiple times. I keep on forgetting. And also, yes, I've mentioned it before, but should find some spiders to kill as well. To get better nets. I guess I'll kill these guys since they're there. Changed my mind since I did break camp already. Okay, increase the combat speed though. This is a joke of a fight. I wish there was like an auto battle feature. I believe there is a mod that autopilots your troops, but I would prefer it to be on the strategy map instead. Or overworld map, whatever is the correct term. Anyways, we can get through this pretty fast. Just autopilot all the way. Alrighty. Almost feel bad for them. This one might even get away, I guess that's fine. Never mind. Okay. There we go. A battle for the ages. Let's go see what we have over here. We have 28 serpents. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Since I am on this ambition still. Definitely not my favorite fight, but let's do it. Having a couple of guns for this fight would be pretty nice. Eventually, Sütze here might be a gun user. A gunner. And there's this many of them. We might even lose someone, maybe. Yeah, I think I will probably back off like 1 or 2 tiles. Yeah, let's do 1 tile probably. Or should I do... Maybe I do 2. Let's do 2 actually. At least on this side. Okay. Alretier and I will put on the high ground there. Probably should have manually shield walled. At least they don't have the old backstabber. I think that would have been far worse for our health than the new backstabber. Okay, and next round the fun will begin. Please come closer. That's good. It's going to be kind of difficult to keep track of which ones are waiting around when there's 28 of them. Right, do I already offensively rotate? I don't think so. Doesn't look like there's a good target for it. I will, I suppose, use some nets here. Well, all of them, I guess. Does mean I'm going to run low on ammunition, though, so I might need to head to civilization to get some more of it. Inspire. Let's do Ludwig this time. That's a good weapon against these types of enemies. So they will grab some people, and we'll see how badly they will be in trouble. So I did just overestimate the Ancient Dead as well, so I don't know. Maybe this is a cakewalk. I'm not too worried, definitely not. So I can just do that as well. Maybe just go for this one though. Alright. I'll check if a few of these are waiting. It seems like the answer is no. Would be nice to find like a reach spear instead of using this pole flail. When I have spear mastery. This might be a good skewer. Haven't used that yet. Let's use it. I'll lower the combat speed a bit once I'm done with this turn. Okay, let's do it now. Down to 2. This is a bit awkward. I need to keep Lutkardis safe. She might be grabbed. Has 40 melee defense. No steel brow, for example. So maybe I will do kind of a cowardly thing and miss a 95 and then just walk away somewhere. Like over there. Should have actually saved that kill for Baldwin, but I do get a berserk this way as well. Right, Swanhilder has been grabbed and is kind of surrounded. Well, I can do a round swing here. Pretend he's a hedge knight. Herbert is grabbed, but that position is far less dangerous. Azur getting grabbed is not that bad, as he has melee defense. Inspire Ronch. Good job, Ludwig. Okay, now it's time to use Ludgardis for realsies. So maybe wait for these ones. Where are you guys? One's there. Guess it doesn't matter at this point. Does not have Pathfinder, so let's take the low ground spot instead. Alright, looks like we are fine. Could have just quick shot that one, actually. Alright, 10 left. These as well, kind of easier than I expected. I suppose that's the power of our leveling from doing those caravan contracts while training. Oh, Azur. There we are. Get some decent XP out of that, as well as a couple of level ups. As well as a bunch of serpent garbage. You also see this place. I guess I'll do it. Anyways, Henrika, level 11. Let's take hit points, I suppose. Oh, I could take Resolve as well. Resolve is going to be better than maybe normally, because my goal is the Witch Hut, which of course has Hexen, who will charm you, but if you have resolve, then you have a chance to resist. So actually, never mind. Let's take the resolve. Anyways, 81 hit points. Kind of enough for an archer, though I would get some benefit from it via muscularity. Anyways, perk point. I have no things planned at the moment. Lots of maybes, though. Do you need more fatigue? Maybe. So athlete is unavailable. I could take second wind. Also, now that I remember, let's do the nets first. Anyways, so Henrike. I could go with like crippling strikes. Colossus would help with muscularity as well as survivability. Debilitate with an aimed shot, kind of good in certain conditions. Might do that actually. Yeah, let's do the debilitate. Prepare your next attack to debilitate a target for 1 turn, reducing their ability to inflict damage by minus 25% and increasing the damage they take by minus 15%. Missing the target will waste the effect. Okay, it's only 1 turn though. It's a bit awkward. But surely there will come a time where that is going to help. I think this was better when I played SSU last time, but anyways, Kettle, level 10. Did roll a +3 for melee skill, I will definitely take that. As well as +5 initiative, and now we take Browbeater's Bludgeon, and then next level up we take Mace Mastery, I think. Hathwart has also leveled. I will take Efficient Packing. And Helvig as well has leveled, being a pacifist now. It seems I'm kind of running out of perks to take, which help in the reserves. So I could buy the Peddler book, for example, at some point. I think I'll not take a perk here. Instead, wait with it. Also, repair this. This is a nice nimble layer. Alright, maybe camp for a bit, and then take on the undead. Let's camp for a bit. Midday. Did I have any injuries? No. Slight hit point damage. I guess I don't need anyone healing. Go back to training in that case. Ambition done. Right, wait for dawn, I think, before we move out. Also, I could salvage things, but let's do that the next time I camp. That is good enough. Also have a level for Ludwig, level 11. More hit points. And then what? I guess Athlete. Doesn't have Berserk, but I can keep on inspiring this guy, so having Fatigue help is going to be good. I could also consider like Second Wind. Maybe something like a Resilient, Tactical Maneuvers. Perfect fit. Or rebound. Anyways, I will take athlete, so this is 12 fatigue at the moment. And now it is 9. There you go. Alright. Bone sprinkled fields. Now this one should be no problem at all. So I won't be backing off, even though I guess that would be slightly better. Doesn't matter here. Shouldn't matter. Instead, let's start with offensive rotations. Maybe you should actually be in a different spot to start the fights with, since this is not that good of a rotation to use. Anyways, that as well doesn't matter. I don't get to attack with Baldwin, also kind of doesn't matter. Matters a little bit, but in the end, not much. Alright, if I wanted to, I can rotate twice here to get Henrique in a shooting position. I guess I will. Sure. Use the perfect focus next round. To inspire Ludwig, probably. Okay. Don't see a good rotation here either, so just go for it. Also, yes, pretty soon... So maybe I should have taken Nimble first. Well, anyways. We can roll with this. Use nets. Alrighty, let's go for a back line actually. That means the rotation there was really unnecessary. Anyways, at least he had something to do. Only 63. Okay, let's just step over there. I will manually use shield wall this time, since born with the board. Well done. Likewise. Okay. We're getting hit here. Probably getting hit. Well, wasn't bad at all. Right, this time I will do an offensive rotation here. Okay. So I did switch back on the old polearm. Well, the first one, the first famed one I got for Lutcardis, as that does deal more damage than the one I found later on. Missing a lot. Okay, 2 left. One left. There we go. Nothing really that exciting as loot. Alright, let's carry on. What else do we have? In the glittering sands. Okay, next ambition. Maybe just take the 50,000 crown one. We can get that actually pretty easily. Let's take that. Already at 41. Right. Like a mid-tier nomad camp. Should be kind of easy. Again. Definitely do it. Could also camp for a little tiny bit before I go in. Do I want to do that? Seems I only have a couple of people with damaged armor. Well, anyways, I will do it. Whatever. We can train people to do camping tasks, so it's not time wasted, really. I'll repair these, I suppose. Also, I should assign someone now to salvage. So that can be... Let's see here. The Alretieran and maybe someone else. Those can go, that can go, that can go. Maybe keep this one. Those can go. So let's actually repair a few other things as well. These are actually worth quite a bit to sell, I think. Probably that as well. Worth. Okay, one further person over there. Let's do Sancho. Camp for a bit. Let's go in at probably dusk. Alright, that is good enough. Let's go. "20 enemies. But when we can field 20 bros, shouldn't be a problem even if their quality was greater than it is, because they are kind of pushovers at this point. I suppose if I get hit by this two-handed flanked mace, I might think differently for a bit. But that is basically the only threat in the field. I don't think the Blade Dancer can really do that much, especially once I net him. Let us inspire, actually do like Astrid perhaps this time. Human opponents make for a good matchup for an archer. Oh yeah, I forgot to move the guys for better rotations, but that's fine. Just wait. When in doubt, wait. You can go in. Wait for the archers, I think. Headshot would be nice. I got it. Okay. Thank you, Henrike. Okay, let's see. Can the thrower actually do something? A little tiny bit. Okie dokie. I'll rotate around closer. can step there and do that. Alright, a rotation again somewhere. Probably. Don't really have an excellent one available though. I have an okay one. Guess it doesn't really make a difference. Oh well. Though, are you coming close enough? We'll see. Well, I can rotate to attack that one. Yay. Down he goes. This woman looks very worried. As she should. Right, instead of attacking this one, let's go for like this one. That's gotta hurt. Adrenaline. Okay, I won't use a net in that case. Not yet, at least. Poor nomads. Distracted as well as overwhelmed. Oh well. I'll wait for a net, I suppose. Like it matters. Matters slightly. Bonk, bonk, bonk. All right. There's a net on this guy, even though I guess that's completely unnecessary. Also, he might even break free, which means spent ammunition. Overkill with nets. I can do a shatter here, actually. Let's make sure that she doesn't get away. No mercy for our opponents. Okay, shatter. Hits once. Okay, I suppose we'll just go for the single target attack here. Goodbye. Brutalized. We have come a long way. I think with the roster size of this, well, with this many people in a fight, polearms are even better. Maybe having like, I don't know, maybe even like 10 polearms would be pretty nice. I mean, it would be pretty nice. Just wondering how efficient that would be, and I'm assuming it's very damn efficient. Well, especially in Legends. Well, I guess Peasant Militia is the only other option of getting a large number of people in the battlefield at the same time, at least if you don't use like a mod designed specifically for that. But anyways, with Legends you can field a lot of people if you don't limit yourself. I have limited myself in the past, but for this run I decided not to do it. So polearms are even better, kind of, as positioning is far easier with them. Anyways, that's that done. No famed items. Fair enough, that was kind of easy. Right, I will camp again. Down to 33 ammunition. Now I can, of course, assign someone to the fletching tent. But I don't have the upgrade for it, so not quite as efficient. Anyways, it seems like we got no levels. Let's camp again. Repair things, salvage things, train people. Also, yes, we now have a better... Finally, we have one of these good two-handed maces. Also repair these, I guess. More things to salvage. Don't care about those shields, especially at this point. Right, there we go. Maybe assign someone to fletch, though. One person. Nah, we can still hold off on that. You find Giselmar sitting on a stump. He's looking out at the land. You know, I've realized something as an old man who has operated far too long in this business of killing. I'm so much wiser these days. I've come to know so much that I now know what I don't know. And I look back and think, I was such a dummy back in my youth. Then I thought, what of all the men I've slain, stopping their mortal coil when it was young and so ready to spring? You take a seat and shrug. He continues. What I've realized is that I'm a killer of wisdom. That I took a lot of old men out of this world, and with them went so much learning and knowledge. There's so many worlds out there that I destroyed. Worlds where those men lived and went on living, and did the great things they knew not was in them. At the first man I fought slew me down. How many lives would he have saved? How much wisdom would have been spared? I'm sorry. I don't mean to drone on. The man stands, patting his wobbly legs. You grab his arm. Have you considered that you may have also saved worlds? That some of those men you've slain could have lived on to be horrible monsters? He smiles, but You know he's already thought that through and doesn't wish to disturb you with the answer. He simply nods before going off to join the rest of the company. I hope he cheers up. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies, when I believe his wife finds out, well, minor spoiler, that he's a secret agent and asks something along the lines of, "So you've killed people?" And Arnold replies, "Yeah, but they were all bad." Every single one of them was bad. Anyways, let's continue. More nomads. Kind of the same camp again. Well, okay, sure. Let's do it. Also, it seems I have at least one level up. So, Rikhara, who is still just a cripple. Level 11. Let's take the resolve. At some point, I suppose, I will feed Rikhara the Fortified Mind book. After which, mind over body is a thing. Then again, already is doing very well with fatigue, but then again, I can find a better flail at some point, as well as getting Berserk from a book. I don't know. Anyways, more resolve doesn't hurt. And 69 is a nice funny number, so sure. Anyways, so take like Killing Frenzy now. Maybe like Headhunter. I think she will get some perk trees when she finally becomes a King's God again, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Anyways, I guess I will take Killing Frenzy now. Right. And let's kill nomads. More bad people. They are all bad, all of them. They haven't showered in weeks. They're being really rude. We're just here to say hi and they start shooting us. They started it. Blade Dancer with a Shamshir. This is mostly an autopiloting fight again. Once again, I didn't actually reposition the guys. Well, it doesn't really matter. They have a lot of cutthroats still. I think the camp scaling should be increased somewhat after like day 100 or something. Okay, just go there, I guess. But don't start doing things yet. Use Herbert primarily as a rotator in these fights, I guess. Kind of a shame that he's the main character. Oh well. brutal. Yeah, just save your action points. Okay, and Azure. Just do that. How am I not surprised that you missed? Right, so not sure how many camps we'll be doing in the desert before I head back to civilization. Would be nice to find like a tougher one. I'll still do these easy camps though. Of the XP and loot is still very good to get. We will be absolutely filthy rich once I offload all of the inventory. If I can sell for 30 plus, like I've been able to. Okay, so 12 left. I don't need to kill all of them. Oh, come on! Oh, these stupid throwers. I don't know. I'm just very underwhelmed by their performance. I've never been a big fan of throwers. Even less of a fan of hybrids. You can make them work, obviously, but still. Just my opinion. Not really even an expert opinion. I can't call myself an expert, but anyways. Nicely done. Less nicely done. So you can't activate not Berserk, Vengeance by hitting your own guys anymore. Good change. But with accidents like this, I'm kind of hoping sometimes that it would happen. Anyways, let's finish this. So I think the AI might be less keen on using the throw sand ability for some reason. Haven't seen that much of it. No mercy. Okay, we have a level for Lutcardis and Giselmar. Still no famed items, but yeah. Fair enough. Also, inventory is kind of full. Guess I can spend some money on the next inventory size upgrade. This is worth 250, not that it matters really. But I can prioritize a bit. There we go. Once again, nets. Before anything else, nets. Right, and Giselmar level 9. I'll actually skip the +2 melee skill. We can patch this up later. Post level 12 at the very latest. So let's take the +5 fatigue and +4 hit points instead. And then what? Maybe muscularity? Maybe Pathfinder? Maybe like a rebound? Steadfast is okay. Killing Frenzy is okay. Not going to choose a weapon mastery as of this point. Back to basics is okay. He does only have 28 melee defense while being a sword master. Could go with crippling strikes plus executioner. That's definitely okay. So does kind of need a bit of fatigue help having Berserk. So maybe it is a rebound. It's not the best rebound, but it is a rebound. I'll take it. Right, and Lutcardis level 13. So now the question is, do I possibly need more fatigue or resolve? More doesn't hurt. So I think I'll just take those instead of the melee defense, but I don't know. Maybe like alternate? Most of the time the melee defense is going to do nothing, but when it matters, it does matter. And let's skip the melee defense for now at least. More fatigue, more resolve to be able to perfectly focus heads off. Right, let's once again camp. Once again select items to be repaired and also to be salvaged. Something like that, and over here I definitely want to do things with these nimble layers. I'm not going to bother separating them at the moment, but on my own time I probably will. Yeah, pretty soon I do need to head back to civilization. Also, yes, there is one armor there, at least this one, that I would like to repair at the moment. And also, should I get this big wagon? I don't think so, actually, because of the ambition. Not yet. Not quite yet. So, maybe head back already to sell things? Yeah, probably. Let's camp for a bit and then head back. Maybe take a look from the mountain before we go. Okay, I see some easy undead. I will leave them be. Please go away. Do you seriously want to die? I've had enough of easier fights for a bit. Anyways, as we break camp, 3 people have completed training. So let's see here. Baldwin the Master gains Swift. That's bad. Well, it's technically good, but it doesn't do much. I believe you can actually change what you get from this in a town. So I will see about that at some point. Anyways, has completed training. Mark it down. Has a perk point. Alright. So I still don't have like a famed weapon I would like to choose. I think I'll go with Onslaught at the moment. It would be better with a weapon which can attack more times, but it's still quite good. Yeah, let's take Onslaught. 50% chance to baffle as long as you have more initiative. And 30% of gear weight will be added to melee damage done. With a maximum bonus of 30%. So does it immediately show here? Probably does. Yes. More damage and also debuffs. Harald has completed gains Eagle Eyes. That's pretty good, actually. I can take Keen Eyesight, maybe. Well, actually, no. It's beyond 7. He has 8. So it's not very good. Never mind. I can wear a helmet with penalties to vision, but I don't need to do that. Anyways. Mark it down. And take Nimble now, I guess. Since we have the Nimble gear. Yeah, let's do it. Also, it's up to 80 hit points. That's okay. Alright, so... Just, let's take these out of here. So now we have those Southern Nimble layers, which we can use. Let's disassemble some of these things. Also, we already have one. I made one ready. This one. I would like to use it on a frontliner though, since it has the Southern Arm Guards, which is an ever so slightly better version of the number 2 layer out of the Southern Nimble options. But I can use it for now, so that's fine. So that is -10, so get around -5 penalty to fatigue helmet. Something like this. Yeah, that's good. Has 106 fatigue now to play with. Prepare that, and you may also have this, I guess, the Southern Tabard. And these nimble layers, I suppose I will use at a later time. We'll see how late. Sütze hasn't completed training, is 1 skill point away, but did level up to level 12. Easy level there. Alright, I suppose takes alert. Do I care about piercing shot? If I get those guns at some point, yes I do, because +1 range is quite good. Point blank is 20% of 66. Which is something, but it's not that much actually. We'll actually mark this in blue instead of green. What else could I take? Onslaught is excellent if you have a gun. Well, I can buy like a non-famed gun as well. That feels wrong, but I can do it. I guess it also activates with crossbows, but it's so much better with a gun. So I think I'll go with alert plus onslaught. I don't think it's a good time to take berserk. I already have patient hunter and I don't have that much fatigue help. I could get some from a book. I'll just take the alert and onslaught. Arnold has gained a level. Takes +5 initiative this time. And takes, I think, probably Steel Brow actually, with this low amount of hit points. And is that everyone? I think so. Alright, so let's head on back. Take a look from here, as I said though. See nothing. Okay, so we should be able to easily reach 50,000 now. I see some beast tracks. It is not shows. Few skin ghouls. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's do that. If I can get to them before someone else does. I can. Okay, so we have, it seems, at least 3 skin ghouls. Medium-sized ones. Should be kind of easy at this point. Right, you can just move like there, perhaps. Wait for some nets, I suppose. Skin ghouls can be stunned. Not that I need to do it here. deny the corpses if possible. Okay, I suppose I will go for the stun, even though it seems it's unnecessary. I'll wait for them to make their moves before I kill them. I'm polite like that. Nacho's body was hit for 36 damage. Once again, underwhelmed. I do love perfect focus when it works. Who doesn't though? With the book system you can now make it work far easier than it was possible in the past. You'd even argue it is too strong at times. Does take a while to get going, a long while. Alright, the fight is over. You can't even, I guess, call this really a fight. Like I said some time ago, the training equipment is a huge boost. A huge power spike. We've certainly seen that today. There we are. Alright. Head back to Gutani. Okay, now we have Mirage sightings, which is kind of annoying. I could deal with that if I really wanted to. I kind of hate Ifrit fights though. Selling price is 26. I guess I'll just accept that instead of trying to be even greedier. I don't really care about Ifrits at all. Haven't seen hyenas for a long while at least. Would be nice to kill some of them. And like I said, I will just sell this buried bloodthirster. I don't think I'll ever be using that. Yes, it is unique and it's garbage, so it's gone. Gone forever, but not forgotten, not for at least 10 minutes. Royal Lance can go. Unlikely I'll use a whip, but I'll keep one, I suppose. And we are way over the 50,000 threshold. Yeah, I probably will go like through these Saturn Nimble armors on my own time. Make some nimble sets. I could sell these. It's fine. I can buy food. Alright, 59,000. I think now we will leave the south for a bit. Sail away. Probably shouldn't buy anything here. But maybe. Okay, I don't think I care about these. Maybe the Agile book would come in handy. Let's just sail away. I could buy some things, but I can get a better price elsewhere. Sell to Sandberg, which is the only possible location. There's a caravan. I might take that. Let's get some things here. I'll also get the nets, I guess. Okay. I guess I will take this caravan no matter where it's going. Irlach. That is the ambition done. Alright. Once again, assign people. Now we have more trainings completed, so I'll take a look in a moment. Who does other duties? Harold. Linda. Luthardis. Baldwin. And that is it. Okay, so I can assign them to like hunt or something. Seems okay to me. Let's keep like a couple of scouts maybe. People enjoy food. The fatties. Mutar, the Golden Vulture. Okay, well, if I can find these guys, then I suppose I should kill them. They're headed that way. The northeast. Yeah, let's just go after them instead of doing anything at this location. Enrique has completed training. Right, and gained quick. That's not that helpful. Anyways, perk-wise takes what? Maybe just assured conquest. So I could take Wind Reader for plus 11 range defense and eventually... Not range defense, range skill. And eventually more. Double strike is an option, actually. Mark that in blue. Maybe like favorite enemy goblin, also worth considering. So now that I remember, I'll give this guy as a melee weapon that, though he already does have improvised strike. 16 fatigue to use. 100% daze chance, so maybe this is unnecessary. Well, whatever, it's fine. Also, having more ammunition might be better here than holding onto a wooden stick. Anyways, perk point. Crippling strikes is an option. Feint is an option, I guess. Though she should be able to land most hits, so this is not quite as good. How about fatigue help from second wind? Maybe. Does have Berserk as well as Patient Hunter. I would take like Athlete instead, were it available. I could wait to get something like that from a book. I could get like the medium armor book already for Perfect Fit. Which does enable taking heightened reflexes after that. Maybe do that. I should have like a medium armor book, right? Yes, at least one. I have one of them. So I only care about Perfect Fit. Is it worth it for that? 15% fatigue cost reduction plus 30% initiative. I mean, that's pretty huge. Pretty huge, kind of. And I can get more of those books, so I guess I will. There you go, let's take Perfect Fit. This will get higher once the headache goes away. And now I can at least consider heightened reflexes. I'll mark it in green, actually. Can also get alert. One slot is available. Overwhelm is not. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Anyways, let's go after those nomads. They're around here. This should be their tracks. Yeah, there they are. Mutar the Golden Vulture. I will kill him next time. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you then.